Come read some stuff with me. It's a good time guaranteed, starring talented vocal performers. I can't promise it's PG, so kids don't listen, please. Come on down to Dale's Reading Corner.
Satan's not a good demographic. You can quote me on that. Satan is a terrible demographic.
Satan. That's how we're gonna open. That's how we'll open up this story. Just out of context, Icky saying Satan is a bad demographic.
Yeah, Satan's a terrible demographic. It's just a bad idea.
Welcome everybody to Dale's Reading Corner number 7. I think it's number 7. If I'm wrong, quote me on that. It might be number 8. I've already lost count. Today I have Improv back again.
Hello, everybody.
And Icky is also going to be providing wonderful commentary.
I am?
Well, and voices and the like, whatever
Yes.
you'd like, Icky.
Yes, be snarky.
I like to consider you the co-host who's not on, the title of the show.
Okay, so I'm
You're-
like the intern? Or like
You're the Statler to Dale's Waldorf.
You're the Andy Richter to my Conan.
That I'm okay with. Andy Richter's hysterical. But he doesn't,
You
he doesn't have
don't want to be the
work.
Statler to my Waldorf.
I actually don't know what that means.
The two old guys on
Muppets.
Muppet Show.
A pox upon me
yeah,
for not
Statler and
recognizing that
Waldorf.
immediately. Yes, yeah, those guys are both, they're amazing.
I think Icky covers both Statler and Waldorf, and then I'm Kermit or whoever trying to get the show going and just getting furiously heckled.
And I'll be Fozzie! Waka waka!
Now, I remember you making wild digressions on some of the Songfell narrations we recorded, and me just going, focus.
Yeah, no, that's about the same here. We are reading today, last time Improv was on Reading Corner, we were reading your fic, Icky, Beauty and the Bones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and and today we're reading my fic, and I told Improv that you threatened to find me and hunt me down if I had another male voice actor completely butcher the part of one of your fics.
Oh, yeah, well,
I'm pretty sure the last time I was here was for the Christmas Carol thing.
Well, that too. Sorry. Well, yeah, but that wasn't a
not
reading corner. That wasn't a reading corner.
okay.
That was kind of a one-off.
Yeah, okay. I'm fully aware by now that, like, I could produce the next work of Shakespeare, and if it comes on here, it's gonna be like, pretend I can do a really funny voice. I'm doing a really funny voice right now to illustrate how not dignified it'll be on this program.
To be or not to be, that is the question.
We don't even need
Yeah,
any
like
other
that.
voice actors. Improv has such a range; he could just cover everything.
Yeah, you're a Swiss Army knife. The Swiss Army knife, VA.
The Swiss Army Knife VA.
Yes.
the slogan of Improv. You should make that your Tumblr slogan, the Swiss Army Knife VA. I should also mention that, everybody go check out Improv on Tumblr. It's kind of more adult content, so don't do that if you're a kid, but this show isn't for kids. Also, check out Bonely Hearts Club. Improv voices Nox in that. I will link to that below.
So wait, this show isn't for kids? Wait, there are no kids here. I can curse for real. Son of a...
Bitch. I'm a helper.
Use your imagination.
Poop. I don't know.
Son of a dad. You old son of a...
Yoda, you old sponge. You look terrible.
Wait, do it again. Do that again.
What, this voice?
Yeah, you were saying we're calling an old
Yoda,
sponge.
you old sponge. You look terrible.
Anyone who doesn't know what that's from, I'll put the video in the that's one of my favorite videos.
I will use the Force to fix my broken body.
Be quiet, Will.
Be quiet.
That's one of my favorite. Icky, have you not seen that? That's oh man, it's like this.
It's We're the Kids.
It's this professional level like shit posting on YouTube of how Palpatine survived the fall down to the planet. My sister is an animator, and she absolutely was dying over how they have this cartoon Palpatine and Yoda, and then when Palpatine gets thrown off the ship, he becomes this 3D model, and he doesn't move
3D model
at all. Like, his arms are completely still, but he like wildly spins and bounces off of stuff as he falls. But Improv is doing a remarkably accurate impression of the voice.
That was a lot of hard work. A chair. It's perfectly sized for my tiny body.
A little nap.
I think I'll just take a little nap. Oh no! Do you know the story of Bofades the Wise?
God, it shouldn't.
Bofades nuts, Anakin. Got him.
That's some
All
robot,
right,
That's some robot chicken shit right there.
My grandparents are apparently showing up to the house like halfway through the stream, so when I start censoring myself from like swearing reading the thing, you guys know why.
Is that when we should start screaming the word penis at random?
They can't hear you guys. I have headphones on, so
Oh, you can.
if you do,
Oh, I'll have to try harder. I feel like I've been issued a challenge.
if you scream loud enough that they
Challenge
can hear you
accepted.
through my headphones, I'm going to permanently get hearing damage.
I mean, that's a you problem.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, tell Icky how
a
much
win-win.
you appreciate all the writing she does. She's a great writer. Round of applause for Icky writing Songfell
true.
and Beauty and the
I
Bones.
mean,
yeah,
Yes, indeedy.
yeah.
Even though I didn't write what we're actually doing, but that's okay.
Yeah, I wrote this one!
did like-
Round of applause for me! Yay!
Praise me a bit harder. I worked really hard on this.
Yeah! My works of fiction have about 500% fewer sex scenes than Icky's works of fiction.
Mine have like one sex scene.
I know, but I have 0, so the math still doesn't work out. But
I suppose.
I'm on a whole other level. I don't even describe the hand holding.
improv is nothing but horny content.
This is true.
I mean, I'm like... I hope it's not in excess of like 50%. I mean, the last audio I posted yesterday had no horny in it.
No, I know. You do a lot of.
I would describe myself as a comedian before a horny voice guy, but I mean, I know what people like.
You get a lot of thirsty asks on your Tumblr.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly. But you know, them putting up with my comedy bits mostly is the price they pay for when it gets real horny on me.
That's
Like
fair.
that's their entry fee.
If you want the sugar, you have to stick around for the horny. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the comedy. I don't know. That metaphor got mixed up on the way out because I just noticed that the cats knocked our really nice Cordelia figure off of the bookshelf.
No,
I can't-
F in chat for
can't-
Cordelia.
I can't really reach up there to put her back and pretend that it didn't happen.
You're-
Oh,
You
The
could leave
redhead
the
from
microphone
Fire
for a
Emblem,
minute
right?
and go save Cordelia.
I don't have a microphone. I put the phone down. Oh Jesus Christ! Did this break? Oh my God!
Which
She
cat?
cost us like $130. That's like
Oh no.
$1 million in poor people years. Okay.
Was it Mothra or Zuko?
I don't know. So it was Mothra. Let's see.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was almost definitely Mothra.
It was.
I mean, it's a large thing, and he's a kaiju.
Yeah.
He is. He's such a little kaiju.
Can I
There's
tell
the-
people about how you got Mothra, Icky?
Well, it all
improv?
back on Tumblr. Well,
Back on Tumblr.
I mean, I can start the story since it started with us.
yeah, actually,
Yeah.
start the story.
Yeah, my girlfriend Aisha found it was a stray cat wandering around the apartment that we lived at. Definitely used to belong to someone just based on its behavior, but more importantly, it was pregnant.
Yep.
Very,
Which was
very
not.
pregnant.
She's
Yeah,
a
so
very
we
loud
cared
cat.
for her until we could find an adopter, which ended up being Icky. So thank you again for that.
Yeah, Icky fostered the kittens. It was very cute.
Yep. Yeah, there was Mothra, Chai, and Ravioli were the babies, and they and then all of them plus the mom found their own homes. I think Ravioli's going to be like a therapy animal, right?
He is. He went to a lady who is. This is one of the kookiest people I've ever met, and I'm old. I've met a lot of people. Like, one of the first things she said to
You're
me,
not
like,
old.
at 37, I get is like 8,700 in dog years, and that's
True.
on the internet. But no, this woman, she said that she was a therapist, and she like does therapy for troubled children out of her house, like play therapy. And I'm like, oh, that's amazing. And she goes, yeah, and I really wanted this kitty, and I'm so glad he's Italian. And I'm like pausing, waiting for her to laugh or make any indication that she's not serious. None ever came. She was dead serious. She was very much in earnest. And I was like, oh yeah, yes, okay.
Yeah, it's this cat that we just
Because
not
his name
even
was Ravioli.
someone on my server named it Ravioli. It's like, oh yeah, by the power vested in me, I now dub thee Italian.
Yeah. I'm distracted because I have to close the door here because Zuko is going to try to have a conjugal visit with the bathtub. Oh, he got in there already. Whatever.
That is
He's
not
on
a
the-
sentence that I expected or wanted to hear today.
You're welcome. That one's free. First one is free.
Oh, God.
But no, he's learned that if he licks the spout on the tub, water comes out. You can construe that however you like, and I'm not taking responsibility.
Improv, are you recording? I forgot to ask if you have a recording,
You can turn on a recorder if you like.
Yeah, because then we have a high-quality copy to appreciate your marvelous voice. The full range.
Yes, the full range of my voice.
I can talk.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cuphead Devil.
I need to watch that. Have you guys seen the short that came with Encanto? The Far From the Tree with the raccoons?
I haven't. I still need to see Encanto.
The songs are very catchy. Lin-Manuel Miranda is as good as ever.
Yep.
But the short was brutal. It was very old school. You don't see cartoons nowadays where the literal message is, listen to your parents or you will fucking die. Like, it absolutely has the story of a little raccoon who doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to his daddy, and he almost fucking dies. A wolf almost eats him.
Oh wow, that's very that's very traditional German fairy tale-esque.
It was old school. It's like, this is the moral of the story, but then it had a little, like, he grows up and his baby tries to do stupid shit, but instead of, like, you know, beating the shit out of his Kokoro, he, like, shows him from a tree, like, hey, stupid, there's a wolf, and then they, like, do stuff together.
The raccoons in the cradle and the silver spoon.
It was brutal. I was like, holy shit, they're more than implying that this kid is going to die. My daughter is freaking out because she doesn't know that babies don't die in movies nowadays.
There's a law.
There is.
Let's bring back the terrorizing of our youth.
Yeah.
The cautionary tales that involve children dying when they don't listen to their parents.
Juvenile Hall should just show Don Bluth movies. I tell you what, that shit was brutal. Like, I've said brutal before, but yeah, Secret of Nim will put the fear of God in you, especially kids nowadays. Kids nowadays are just so fucking spoiled. Nobody dies in any of the stuff that they're watching. We need to change that.
Back in my day, everybody died in the stuff we watched.
Have you
listen to your parents? Dead.
Have you seen Watership Down? You ever seen Watership Down? Cute little cartoon with bunnies. Google it. Just Google it.
Yeah, that one's it's Watership Down and Plague Dogs, man.
Plague Dogs is... Who was it for?
Plague
Literally.
Dogs. I watched
That's a
Plague
good
Dogs.
question.
My God, that thing was
It's a good
depressing. I'm
question.
so sad watching that movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's not rhetorical. I genuinely want to know who the hell did they have in mind when they made this horrible story.
Satan. It's a funny
He
story.
He can make his own shit. He doesn't need help. He doesn't need to be pandered to. Satan's not a good demographic. You can quote me on that. Satan is a terrible demographic.
All right, we should start reading. We should get this
yeah.
road on the show.
Oh yeah.
All right,
We
if
are here
everyone
for that,
can,
aren't we?
Yeah, if everyone can please turn to page 9, aka the live stream. Insert chime noise here. Backyard Box Biddy by me. We are now on chapter 5, which is titled Bitty Clothes DIY. This fic is very much a reader insert of just me, and this is what I would do. So it's a very easy character to write.
Wait, am I playing you?
Do you want to be me? Makes sense.
I was wondering. It's like, do you want me to narrate and you be you, or
I
or
can
what?
narrate. Why don't? Well, Improv is also a really good narrator, though. It would be a shame to only have him do a voice. So we can trade off narrator, but sure, Icky, you could be me if you want. You can
Okay, I'm
take
not
this
sure what
as an
Zuko's-
opportunity to be like, look at me, I'm Dale, herkaderkader.
All right, welcome to Dale's Reading Corner, where Icky commits identity fraud.
I'll probably just use my voice. I'm not a VA, so you're welcome.
Ha!
And
All right.
or well played.
All right. Enjoy the fluff. Second chapter, half of this as a feels. All right. Chris reluctantly agrees to sleep in the spare bedroom so your damn asshole dogs, who insist on being included on the bed, don't eat him. The room is full of boxes you still haven't unpacked since moving in almost a year ago. You use your fluffiest pillow and some clean blankets to make a cozy little bitty bed on top of a large box containing your old karaoke machine. Chris blinks out from where he had been sitting on your shoulder and reappears next to the bed. And someone in my house is using a blender. Fantastic.
There.
You say?
You should be warm enough during the night.
Am I gonna be Chris?
Yeah,
Yes.
so Improv, Chris is a small Underfell Sans, pretty much.
This is my Chris voice I've been using when I've been reading this.
Yeah.
He mutters non-committally. He starts to climb in. You hold your hand out, stopping him.
Wait, you're still all dirty.
He glares at you, then looks over his slobber and dust cake t-shirt and shorts.
So what?
He growls.
What do you mean, so what? You need to wash up. You've got dried up chihuahua drool all over you. Tell you what, let me get a bowl of water and some towels, and you can clean yourself up before going to bed.
You leave and come back with a large ceramic bowl of warm water, a dish towel, and a pile of napkins with logos of fast food chains. You spread the napkins over a small area of the floor and set down the bowl.
Bobbies, come on.
What?
Go get some Subway and some Five Guys napkins and come back.
Oh, hell yeah, Five Guys.
Chris
I would be a biddy
appears...
for Five Guys.
I'm sorry, you would what?
You heard me.
Did
Possibly.
you say you would eat a biddy?
I said I would be a biddy, but
Oh, you'd
probably
be a
also,
biddy. I thought you said eat a
like-
biddy, and I'm like, huh, that's extreme. Chris appears next to it and cautiously dips his fingers in the water. His face takes on a weird... His face takes on a weird expression.
Too hot?
You ask. He waves his hand back and forth.
Nah, it's nice. Really nice.
Okay, good. Give me your clothes and get in.
What?
Chris shouts, wheeling on you.
I'll wash them for you. They'll be dry by tomorrow morning.
The hell am I supposed to wear in the meantime?
Well, I mean, just be naked. You're a skeleton. What does it matter?
A red glow flushes over Chris's cheekbones.
It's humiliating. I'm not some kind of fucking animal.
But you're just bones. What do you have to cover up? Wait,
You gasp dramatically.
Chris, do you have a penis?
Chris turns so red he could stop traffic.
Fuck you.
He screams and disappears. You don't see where he went. Whoops, you might have pushed that a little too far.
Chris?
You address the boxes. They answer angrily.
I don't have a penis. I got a hog.
Oh, God.
There's a mental image.
I got 30 to 50 feral hogs right in here. Fuck off.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, that was insensitive of me.
Improv, I beg you, please say the line so we can move on.
Yeah.
Just say fuck off. Please just say fuck off. Yes,
Please.
I don't think you're an animal.
Well, ain't that a fucking weight off my mind?
Like, literally. Biologically speaking, you aren't even alive. You're a magic-y artificial soul skeleton thing made in a factory for the American consumer.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna strip down for any fucking pervert human that asks. You'll get the damn clothes out of my dust.
Is that like the bitty version of Over My Dead Body?
Yeah, and this is the bitty version of Go Away.
A small bony hand pops up from behind one of the boxes and flips you off. You snort and walk out into the hall, an idea forming in your mind. A couple minutes later, you return and knock on the door. After a moment, you hear Chris's muffled shout.
Okay, I know I'm dirty, but like calling me crust, that's insulting.
Jesus, seriously?
He is crusty
I may
at
be
this
small,
point.
but I have feelings,
The previous
okay?
chapter, he got attacked by a chihuahua named Smooches. Smooches is the name of the chihuahua.
Accurate.
What?
Can I come in? I have clean clothes for you.
Oh, really? Wait, no, don't come in.
Why not? Are you indecent?
All the time and forever.
Oh,
Not you, Improv the Biddy.
Am not, you creep. I'm just in the water.
what? Like, in your clothes?
Yeah?
Why? I'm coming in.
No!
You open the door and slip into the room. Chris is sitting in the bowl of water, still in his gross, slobbery shirt and shorts. When he stands up, the wet fabric clings to his bony frame, somehow making him look even smaller. He growls.
I said no, don't sit down.
You lower yourself to the floor in front of him.
I'll leave you alone in a minute, I promise.
You hold out a pair of modified socks. There's a big hole in the toe for the neck and smaller armholes on the sides. It ends in an exposed seam where you cut the extra fabric off. It's not exactly fashionable, but you can totally see potential for Biddy DIY craft videos.
These are clean. I just bought them yesterday.
Chris looks at the sock clothes with disgust.
I'm not wearing a fucking dress.
No, they're shifts. Makeshift shifts.
You giggle at your own stupid pun.
Boo!
Totally unisex. Call it a frock or a robe or something if it makes you feel more masculine. It's better than being naked, which is better than being in dirty, wet clothes.
You wrinkle your nose at the scum and strands of rehydrated slobber floating in the bowl.
Look how gross you made the water. Hop out for a second, I'll refill it.
Chris scoffs.
I can make the water hotter this time if you want.
Chris perks up at that.
Yeah?
Yeah, it can get way hotter than that. Personally, I like to have the shower really hot. I just wasn't sure if biddies were okay with the heat.
Chris rolls his eyelights.
I'm made of bones. The fuck do you think is gonna happen? Not like I'm gonna melt, idiot.
Oh, so you think you can handle the heat, huh?
Duh.
Well, get out and we'll put that to the test.
Chris climbs over the edge of the bowl. The water dripping off his wet clothes quickly soaks through the wad of in-and-out napkins he's standing on. You take the bowl back to the kitchen and fill it up with water that's just hot enough to be a little painful. Maybe it's a little mean of you, but it's not like it's gonna burn him. If it's too hot, then he could just wait for it to cool off. You go in and set the steaming bowl back on the floor. Chris tentatively sticks a finger in and doesn't recoil. To your surprise, his face breaks out in a wide grin. He dunks both arms in the water and happily swishes them around.
Good temperature?
You ask. He notices you smiling at him and straightens up, folding his arms across his chest again.
It's okay, I guess.
Alright, well, the clean knot dresses are there. I'll come back in like 20 minutes and take your dirty clothes.
Sure, whatever.
You leave him to it. The bedroom door opens outward, thumping into Mila where she was lying on the floor. It startles her out of sleep and she gives a surprised yip.
Oh, baby, I'm so sorry.
You cry. You hear Chris laugh. You shut the door and sit down to give apology pets. After a moment, you hear the sounds of water splashing on the other side of the door. You can hear Chris making small, happy noises, and it sounds like he's purring again. Yeah, biddies purr when they're happy. It's adorable. Alright, this part doesn't have... this part has a couple other biddies. I'll play the other biddy named, hell, I can't remember his name. There's another
Crunch?
No, Crunch is what, Crunch is, wait, yes, Crunch, yeah, what does,
The power
no, I'm
of
trying to
reading.
remember. Yeah. Alright, we can, you know what, here, Improv, this is the angsty part, take it away. You can read, a couple paragraphs we'll trade off here.
Chris opens his eyes, but it's too dark to see anything. When he fell asleep, there was light coming from under the door. You must have turned it off when you went to bed. He wishes you hadn't. He doesn't like the dark. Bad things happen in the dark. The dark is musty and suffocating. It smells like fear and dust. There's a wall on either side of him. He's in the briefcase again. Chris hears wheezing noises to his left. He turns and sees two bright white eyelights shivering violently as they struggle for breath. The damn Sansy Biddy is having another panic attack. It's bad enough knowing he's probably about to die. Chris doesn't need this on top of it.
Shut up, would ya?
He snaps. The Sansy freezes for a moment, looking at him. Then he starts wailing.
Now look what you did. A rough voice behind Chris says. He turns his head and sees the single red eyelight of the edgy biddy called Crunch.
It's not my fault the idiot's such a crybaby,
Chris grumbles.
Well, you need to stop him before the boss gets back. Chris grunts as Crunch shoves his way past him. The briefcase isn't very wide when it's stood up like this, but it's better than when they have to lie down. Hey, Crunch says to the Sansy, take a few deep breaths. The Sansy manages one shaky inhale, then starts sobbing again.
This is fucking stupid,
Chris mutters.
Breathe, Crunch repeats. What's your name?
My name?
The Sansy sniffles. Yeah, start with that. Most people have 'em.
Sandy.
The biddy stammers.
At least kids call me Sandy. My real name is Sandwich.
Chris laughs.
Are you fucking serious? Fucking Sandwich the Sansy?
Don't listen to him, Crunch says over his wheezing. He's just mad because your name is better than his.
What's name?
The Sansy sniffles. I'm Crunch. The asshole with 2 eyes is Chomp.
Chris scoffs.
Look, are you done crying yet, Sandwich? Seriously, what idiot named you that?
My family did.
Sandy shouts indignantly. Icky, this is still Sandy.
Oh, sorry, Zuko's making bedroom eyes at me. Let's see. Family is when they picked me up at the adoption center.
What, they didn't buy you at the supermarket, Sandwich?
Yeah, well, at least someone picked me.
Sandy shouts. Chris stops laughing.
Say that again.
He growls. Shut up, kid, Crunch says warningly. Sandy keeps going.
No one wants edgies. When I was at the adoption center, I didn't see a single one get picked. They don't even make you anymore.
Chris's growl grows to a roar and he lunges for the Sansy Biddy. Crunch gets between them just in time.
You.
He shoves Chris hard, making him stumble backwards. Save it for the ring! He shouts. Chris snarls and jumps at him, swiping blindly in the dark with his claws. A bony foot slams into his sternum, knocking the wind out of him. He falls on his back, gasping for air. Fuck, Crunch is strong. Chris isn't sure how long he's been here, but he hasn't survived only by luck. Knock that shit off, Crunch growls. You're lucky I don't dust you right here, Chomp, especially after the shitstorm you started last night. And you, he says to Sandy, your fucking little perfect little life is over, so quit talking like you're better than us.
Crunch stomps past Chris, probably to go back to sleep in the corner. Sandy is quietly weeping. As he lies on the cruddy velvet lining of the briefcase, Chris tries to imagine what it would be like to be picked by a family. What did you do all day? What did you get fed? If you were good, did they take you out of the cage and hold you? Pet you? He touches his forehead, pretending it's a soft human finger. What would that feel like? Too bad he'll never know. He really pissed off the boss yesterday. The human is going to make sure Chris doesn't survive the night. Well, if he's got nothing to lose anyway.
Hey, Sandy,
Chris says.
What's it like being a pet?
What?
Sandy sniffles.
You and I are probably about to die. I'd like to know what I missed out on.
Chris rolls onto his belly and meets Sandy's highlights.
Tell me why they named you Sandwich.
Richard, the dad, he was eating a meatball sub in the adoption center. Customers aren't supposed to have food inside, so he was trying to hide it from the employees. I was in one of the tanks in the corner that day. See, there were too many of us to all fit on the adoption floor at once, so we cycled out. Anyways, I see this guy come over and start eating this amazing-looking sandwich. I'm dying to get a bite of this thing, so I shout at the guy, "Don't let the workers catch you with that, they're a little crusty." He looks around, and I wave at him. He comes over. I say, "Scroll down, Dale."
Yeah, I'm doing it!
I say, "I'm not trying to be needy, but all of the food here is pretty crummy. So how about I tell you 3 sandwich jokes, and if you laugh at any of them, you gotta give me the rest of that." "What do I get if I don't laugh?" he says. I say, "If you don't laugh, then, you get me." I can tell he wants to laugh at that, but he's already got his game face on. "Alright, deal," he says. So I hit him with joke number 1. "What did the baker say when his son snuck out at night?" Guy shrugs. I say, "If I catch you loafing around after your bread time again, you're toast." He almost laughs, but catches himself. I hit him with number 2. A Reuben on rye was going against the grain, trying to date a gal from the upper crust. Taking her out cost a lot of dough, and he only had a pumpernickel, so she says, "What a pickle, let us go supper cheap." So they head to a bar, but when they walk in, the barman says, "I'm sorry, we don't serve food here." "Boo," the man says, but I can tell he's about to crack. I'm on a roll. His wife walks over. She's like, "Are you still eating that thing?" The guy answers, "Yeah, but this Biddy's trying to calm me out of it. If I laugh, he gets my sandwich. I think I'm going to win, though. He's only got 1 joke left." "Yeah," I say. Seems my plan is going awry. Guess the sandwich jokes. Guess my sandwich jokes are substandard, or maybe they're just stale. At least the yeast one usually gets a rise out of people, but you probably think I'm just full of baloney. The guy loses it. The woman's snickering too. I'm happy because now I get the sandwich, right? "Looks like your sandwich is toast," I say. But the man draws the woman aside, starts talking to her about something. I can't hear it. Then they both walk away.
Chris scoffs.
Assholes.
Just wait.
Sandy continues.
Now, I'm pretty bummed out, right? But a few minutes later, I see the man and woman coming back, and there's one of the adoption center workers following them. "Which one?" the worker says, and the woman points at me. I start to panic because I think I'm in trouble. But then the worker unlocks the tank, picks me up, and hands me to the woman. "I know I lost," the guy says to me, "but can I still have the prize?" I'm speechless, which is rare for a Sansi. Finally, I say, "Pal, you bred my mind." Everybody laughs, even the worker. So yeah, they named me Sandwich.
What happened next?
Chris asks eagerly.
Next, the worker hands the man a cardboard adoption box, and I hop in. I can't see what's happening, but I know we're going over to the cashier. When the box opens again, I'm in a car.
Chris listens in fascination as Sandy recounts his first day with his new family. How he and the parents surprised the kids by wrapping his box up like a present. All the amazing food he tried. The time he made one of the kids laugh so hard they threw up. On and on. Chris never wants it to stop. He just wants to keep listening.
Alright, next chapter. What do you think so far, Improv?
These things are fucking adorable.
Yeah! Our minifigs are cute.
Yeah.
Alright, chapter 6. Wake up and smell the corn dogs. Chris considers his next move. You hire a dog walker. Chris opens his eyes. Soft light outlines the window curtains. It takes him a moment to remember where he is. He's lying in a luxuriously warm and fuzzy bed on top of a cardboard box, surrounded by more cardboard boxes. Sandy's words float around in his head. Is this what it was like to live in a house? With an owner? No, Chris thought, not sure if he was sad or not. You aren't his owner. Edgy biddies didn't get owners like Sandy's. Who in their right mind would want a pet like him in the house? He wasn't cute and cuddly and friendly. It's not even like you picked him out at the store. You didn't choose him. He just stupidly let himself get caught in your yard. And just because you saved him from the stupid rat dogs and patched him up doesn't mean you aren't planning to sell him or use him for fights or something. Chris scowled. Besides, Sandy said owners always had their biddies in the bed with them at night. They didn't kick them out to the next room all alone.
Outside the door, he hears the clicking sound of dogs walking on hardwood floors. He blinks and rubs the sleep out of his eye sockets. So, what happens now? Should he try to escape? The thought of wandering around on his own again isn't tempting. Plus, he's still wearing the god-awful sock dress he made for him. Christ, he needs to get his clothes back. He shouldn't have let you take them. He could have washed them on his own. Oh man, that bath though. He smiles as he remembers the heat soaking through each of his bones and the feel of the hot water gently enveloping his whole face when he dunked his head all the way in. Chris realizes with embarrassment that he's purring again. He wriggles out of the blankets and jumps to his feet, shaking himself violently. What was wrong with him?
There's a soft knock on the door, followed by your voice.
Hey, Chris.
Nice. I got caught songfelling in the background.
Hi!
Turning
You
away.
songfelling during my reading corner?
I was. What you gonna do about it? You're gonna trail off
Nothing.
awkwardly and say, "Hey, Chris, you awake? I don't mean to be rude, but it's past noon and I gotta talk to you about something. Oh, I have your clothes for you. I'll slide them under the door."
There's a pause.
Actually, the floor is really dusty. Hold on a sec.
There's the sound of footsteps walking away and the scrabble of paws as those stupid dogs follow you around. You come back a few seconds later.
Here, I put them in a bag. I didn't close the seal, so you should be able to open it.
A resealable plastic snack bag slides under the sizable crack in the door with his clean red shirt and black shorts inside.
So like I said,
You start to say, but are interrupted by the doorbell and subsequent canine conniption fit.
Bork, 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 bork. Chris hears you walk away and start talking to someone at the door. He blinks over to the plastic bag and changes into his now faintly floral-scented clothes, aggressively flinging off the stupid sock dress. A moment later, he hears your feet approach the door again, this time unaccompanied by the dogs.
the dogs are gone.
You say.
You say,
No, we say.
We
all
say.
say. We say.
USSR anthem begins.
It's safe to come out. Do you want me to open the door?
Chris doesn't need your help for that. He summons his magic and reaches out, surrounding the door handle with red light. With a tug, he pulls it down. The latch clicks and the door slowly swings open, revealing you standing in the hallway, looking very impressed.
Wow, okay, cool.
You stammer in sequence, smiling excitedly.
I can't believe you can do magic. I wanted to see it so bad since I heard about it. You're freaking amazing. And the teleporting thing, too. How far can you teleport? How much can you lift?
Chris shrugs.
Never measured it with weights or anything. The heaviest thing I ever lifted was a full can of soda, but I could only do it for a second. As for teleporting, he grins and says with no small amount of pride, most biddies can only make it 5 or 10 feet. Me, I can blink as far as here to the end of this hallway, and I can do it 4 times in a row.
Chris beams at you. This is the one thing he's really good at. It's the reason he survived in the ring so long even though he couldn't fight worth a shit.
Oh man, I wish I could teleport.
You say.
It must be so useful.
Yeah, it's saved my bacon a few times.
Chris scratches absently at the back of his skull.
You can't go through anything, though, and it has to be right above a surface. You can't blink into the air. After 4 jumps, takes me about 10 seconds to reach shot.
Wait, why was he telling you this? You've been harmless so far, but that doesn't mean he's not going to have to escape at some point. Don't tell the human things like how long you have to wait to teleport, idiot. Stupid. At least this human is disorganized and slow. Getting away from you should be easy. He just has to wait until you're distracted. Maybe.
From your perspective, you watch Chris cut himself off mid-sentence and stare off into space, tiny gears grinding in his tiny head.
Okay.
You say after a moment, startling Chris out of his trance.
We should totally test the weight thing sometime. I know I have a postage scale somewhere. Actually, it's probably in one of these boxes.
Okay.
Nope, not happening. Chris gestures at the crowded room.
What's with all the boxes, anyway?
Oh, it's just a bunch of junk I haven't unpacked yet. I know, I have too much stuff. You don't have to tell me.
You start walking down the hall.
Come on out. Dogs are with a dog walker.
With a what?
A dog walker. They take your dog outside and walk him on a leash for money.
Chris laughs derisively.
Ha! Are you serious? You actually pay someone to take those slobbery turds off your hands for a few hours?
Hey, don't you judge me. I did it so I wouldn't have to worry about dogs eating you for a few hours. Besides, lots of people do it every single day. I only do it when I'm keeping a small skeleton thing in the house.
You hold up your cell phone.
Do you want them to come back? I can call them.
No! Chris shouts, anger mixed with panic. Don't call them. Dog walking's not stupid. There, I said it. You happy? Asshole.
He mutters. You snort and pocket your phone.
Barry, I paid extra for them to take the dogs on a really long hike, so the house is yours until this evening.
Chris gives you a weird look that's impossible to read. After a couple awkward seconds of silence, you head into the kitchen. Chris doesn't follow you immediately. He's busy trying to process what you just said. His house until the evening? So, you were keeping him for a few hours and then letting him go? Oh wait, maybe you meant you were going to bring him somewhere else tonight. That makes sense. The boss moved him and the others around a lot. Chris wonders if you have a briefcase too. Probably not, that's way too formal for you. From what he's seen, you're the type of person who's more likely to carry him around in a cardboard box. Maybe that's a good thing. He might be able to tear his way out of it. Unless you tie him up first. Shit. You're not the brightest human he's ever met, but you're probably going to think of that. Well, whatever. He's going to be gone before you get the chance. Might as well play nice for a few hours and get food.
You bustle about the kitchen, putting away the clean dishes from the dishwasher. You're just putting the last one in the cupboard when you notice Chris appear on the counter behind you.
Hey there.
You say.
What'll it be?
Can I have another corn dog?
He asks tentatively.
You wrinkle your nose.
No way.
The hell, lady, he snarls. I did everything you told me to. I even wore your fugly sock shirt. You seriously not gonna feed me?
Whoa, chill out.
You hold up your hands placatingly.
Of course I'm gonna feed you. A corn dog's just not what people usually eat for breakfast. But if you really want it, I'll make you one.
Oh,
Chris says, the venom disappearing from his voice. You open the freezer and start a new box. You're going to need to go shopping soon.
so...
Chris says.
Why don't you eat corn dogs for breakfast?
You start the microwave.
Honestly, I don't know. It's a cultural thing, I guess.
You shrug.
Once you grow up with it, it just doesn't feel right to eat anything besides breakfast foods first thing in the morning, you know?
You say, ignoring the fact that it's getting close to 1 p.m.
Yeah,
He scoffs.
you humans are weird.
That we are. You want mustard, I assume?
Yeah.
You grab the mustard and soy milk from the fridge and put them on the table. You open the cereal cabinet and consider how healthy you want to be today.
Hey, Chris, pick a number between 1 and 5.
4,
You picked the shredded wheat.
You groan.
3.
You groan louder.
Brad nuggets, you're killing me, Chris.
The fuck are you asking me for if you don't want the numbers?
He snaps. The microwave dings and you bring the corn dog to the table. Chris appears next to the plate as you set it down. You pour yourself a responsible bowl of Cocoa Bites.
You're 3 bites into your very adult cereal when Chris finishes his corn dog.
Wow, that was quick. Do you want another one?
You ask.
Hell yeah!
Chris shouts before he catches himself.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
He says, trying to look nonchalant. You smirk and get up to put another corn dog in the microwave.
So, we need to talk plans.
You say as you walk back to the table.
Plans?
Chris asks.
First thing we need to do is hit up the nearest Biddy store, which is in the... The fuck is that?
Pronounce it however you want.
Which is in the Niwoo.
That word is Moomin upside down, because when I was writing this, I was looking at a collection of Moomin stories and the book was upside down.
Which is in the Iki is Great Mall, 40 minutes from here. As proud as I am of my genius sock hack, you need real close.
What's wrong with the ones I got on?
Aside from the fact that they're all ripped up and you've already gotten mustard on them again.
Chris looks down at a bright yellow smear in his shirt.
Shit!
Second, we've got to figure out the long-term plan here. Where do you want to live?
Chris looks stumped.
Well, I don't know.
You nod sagely.
Are there humans out there looking for you?
Chris thinks for a moment.
No, they're not.
You release a breath you didn't realize you were holding. Why do you feel so relieved?
Well, I'm not going to make you go anywhere until you're ready. You can stay here as long as you want.
Chris looks up at you, eye sockets wide in surprise.
Wait, you're keeping me? In the house?
Well, duh. I'm not a monster. What, you think I'm going to throw some sad, little friendless biddy out on the street to die?
The words escape before your verbal filter can catch them.
Oh boy.
Okay, I'm not crazy about you using monster in the pejorative, but okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Road. Chris's face is bright red. He doesn't look at you. You brace for an angry tirade, but it doesn't come. Instead, the biddy stands up silently and blinks away. You don't know where he is until you hear the spare bedroom door slam closed. Oops.
10 minutes later, you knock softly on the door.
Chris?
You say. No answer. You slowly push the door open and peek inside. Chris is lying on his bed.
Chris?
You say. The biddy doesn't stir. Oh my god, he isn't dead, is he? You run over. Upon closer inspection, you determine that Chris is just asleep. The poor little guy must still be exhausted after whatever he went through. You really don't want to wake him up, but you have to get him new clothes. Maybe if you carry him to the car very gently, he'll stay asleep and he can sleep the whole ride to the mall. After grabbing your keys and putting on your shoes, you come back to Chris's bed and very carefully pick him up. He doesn't stir, except to murmur happily and curl into your hand when you can't resist stroking his little skull. Oh my god, cuteness overload.
On your way out the door, you grab the little bitty car seat you made last night. It's built out of half an old Tupperware container and attaches to the regular car seat belt. There's a comfortable layer of fabric for a biddy to sit on. 2 faux leather straps go across the biddy's lap and chest to keep them safe in case of an accident. For lack of anything better, they are tied with cotton twine, which can be tightened or quickly released via slip knots. It's not pretty, but you're pleased with it. Add it to your growing list of ugly biddy DIY projects. Somehow, Chris doesn't wake up as you buckle him. Man, he's a really heavy sleeper. With the directions loaded on your phone and Biddy safely secured in the passenger seat, you start driving.
Alright, Chapter 7, you done effed up now. Chris reacts predictably to the car seat. You need some mouthwash to get the taste of your foot out of your mouth.
Chris wakes up to the gentle sound of a car horn blaring outside. Asshole! He hears you yell. Oh no, sorry, that was your line.
No, that's right. You can have it. I can't scream that too loud. My daughter is like 10 feet away.
Bad habits. It takes Chris a moment to get his bearings. Apparently he's in a car. When did he get in a car? To his left, you sit in the driver's seat, stealing anxious glances at him while keeping an eye on the road.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry.
You say.
I really wanted to let you sleep. We've got like 20 minutes of driving left if you want to keep napping.
Where? Chris begins to ask as he starts to get up. Something stops him, holding him down. He looks down and sees 2 straps tied around his body. Terror grips him. No. This wasn't supposed to happen. He was going to get away before you could catch him. Chris tears frantically at the cotton twine with his hands, which for some reason are free.
No, stop that.
You shout when you see what he's doing. He looks at you and growls, then keeps going.
Chris, don't untie the knots while we're driving.
You reach over to stop him. He growls even louder and snaps your hand.
Improv, if you want to do this yelling, that's fine with me. I asked for that.
You exclaim, barely pulling away in time.
What the hell, Chris?
You scream. In, like, that voice, specifically.
It's like looking into a snow mirror.
For the second time, you hear that eep noise as Chris curls in on himself, wrapping his arms around his head as though bracing himself for being struck. Ah, shit, you shouldn't have yelled at him. You know better than that. He's clearly been hit by humans. Would you scream at an abused dog? No! It's accurate, but don't let Chris hear you making that comparison.
Chris.
You say softly, wishing an exit would come up so you can get off the freeway and talk to him.
Honey, I'm not going to hit you.
You scowl and grumble, not very quietly.
If I ever find the sick fucks who hurt you.
You watch Chris's reaction as much as you can while driving. At first, he opens one eye and looks at you. To your surprise, the socket is completely black. It's kind of scary. Reassured that you aren't going to hit him, Chris begins to relax. He drops his arms and unfolds his legs from his chest, still shaking a little. After a few seconds, he asks,
Where are we?
We're driving to the mall I mentioned earlier.
You say.
I'm so sorry for scaring you. It's just, you were sleeping so peacefully and I didn't want to wake you up.
I wasn't scared.
Chris says quietly, frowning and turning a little red. You refrain from challenging the obvious lie. Instead, you decide to distract him by asking something you've been itching to know.
Hey Chris, are you wearing dirty underwear right now?
What kind of fucking question is that?
He shouts. It worked! Now Chris is mad instead of sad.
When I washed your clothes, you only gave me a shirt and shorts. Figured you were either too embarrassed to give me the underwear or you don't have any.
You glance at him, trying to see his response. To your disappointment, he only turns a little bit red in the cheeks.
Alright, I go commando. Happy?
That's excellent. Oh, so do all biddies not wear underwear or is that just you?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Chris throws up his hands.
How should I fucking know? This is all the clothes I ever got. It's not like they were handing out underwear and I said, nah, no thanks. Some biddies don't even get clothes at all. There's this one fell pappy who had a whole outfit from plastic grocery bags. Sometimes they made you wear a dumb costume or some shit when you're in the ring, but...
Chris's voice dies out as he realizes how much he's been talking.
Oh, sorry.
Well, now you feel like a jerk for teasing Chris about the underwear. Ugh, you really need to think before you speak. You wish he would talk to you. He said enough for you to form a vague picture, but you really wish you could know exactly what happened to him.
Hey,
You say.
can I say something mushy you're probably gonna hate?
Chris scoffs.
it's not like I can stop you.
I'll take that as a yes. Now, I know you probably don't, but if you ever want to talk about what happened to you, I'm here for you. You can tell me anything. I won't judge. I care about you, dude. I want you to know that.
Chris is quiet for a moment, and you watch him as best you can while driving.
Yeah, you're right.
He finally says,
I did hate that.
Well, you're called edgies for a reason, right? If you got all sappy all of a sudden, I'd be worried. I'd take you to the nearest, vet? Is that where you take a sick biddy?
Chris shrugs.
Fuck if I know.
Well, remind me to ask someone at the store. Actually, there are a few biddy-related questions I have.
Chris raises one brow bone.
Wait, I have a brow bone? What is this? Ah!
Everyone has brow bones. It's part of the skull.
I'm moving mine right now.
The skull is one big bone.
No, humans can't move them, but
Then what am I doing? Anyway,
you're moving the soft tissue on top of the brow bone.
Yeah, that's soft tissue.
no, it's not.
Okay. What are you, a boneologist?
Yeah.
Seriously? Like what?
Oops, shouldn't have said that out loud.
You know what? Maybe I'll just Google them later.
Oh, no.
Chris insists, a malicious grin creeping over his face.
Please, tell me what you want to ask. I'm a biddy after all. Who better to answer your questions?
Well, one of the questions is if we need to buy you underwear. Actually, you know what? If they sell biddy underwear, we'll get it.
You say decisively.
Okay, I guess. What else?
I don't know. Do you need to brush your teeth? Get a biddy multivitamin or something? Sleep with an orthopedic belly-shaped pillow? I don't know.
The fuck is an orthopedic pillow?
You wave one hand in a sort of wavy line.
It's like an expensive pillow made so it holds your body in the right shape while you sleep so you don't get sore in the morning. If you ever get knocked up, you have to have one. Have to.
Chris frowns at you.
You're making shit up again, aren't you?
Sadly, no, my Betty friend. The human body is a fragile machine, especially as you get older.
Well, I don't need a dumb special pillow.
I envy you and your strategically designed form. What else? Oh, shampoo and conditioner.
Chris slaps a palm over his face.
That's the stupidest thing I have ever fucking heard. I don't have hair, genius.
Oh, but you could pretend. Maybe they sell bitty wigs. We could braid your hair like a doll and put little shoes on your feet. And, oh, it's going to be so much fun. I haven't played with dolls since I was a little girl.
Chris groans loudly and rolls his eyes.
You come near me with those little wigs and I'll cut you. That's the... I'm not your fucking doll, lady.
You look at him out of the side of your eye, smiling mischievously.
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Chris starts to shout angrily, but his voice suddenly loses its vehemence. He looks uncertain for some reason.
Oh, come on. I gave you like 4 corn dogs.
You whine.
Let me play with you a little. I'll let you pick the music the rest of the drive there.
Chris considers this for a moment.
I get to pick on the way back, too.
Deal.
You told Chris he could pick the music, but as you suspected, he doesn't know many songs. So you put your phone on shuffle and give Chris vetoing rights. To your surprise, he skips the grungier heavy rock and alternative songs in favor of softer acoustic, though he energetically vetoes insufferably mushy songs about love. You don't complain. All the songs are from your library, so it's not like you dislike any of them. At last, you pull into the parking lot of the...
Say it however you want. Say it however you want. It's not a real word.
mall. You unbuckle yourself and look over. Chris is just sitting there, apparently waiting for you to untie him.
You need help with that?
You ask. You lean over and pull on the slip knots, releasing the 2 leather thongs. Chris exhales audibly and gets up, stretching and rubbing the spots the straps were touching. Maybe he doesn't know how to untie slip knots? You'll make sure to clearly explain it next time.
Okay, you ready?
You ask. Chris actually smiles a little bit. The music really seems to have brightened his mood.
Yeah.
Come on, this is going to be fun.
You say cheerily.
You get to pick clothes. I can't wait to see all the tiny little outfits, and I bet there are adorable little matching shoes.
Wait.
Chris interrupts.
I'm picking the clothes.
Yeah? Don't worry, I can help you if you're not good at choosing outfits. I'm not the most chic woman ever, but when I actually try, I think I have a decent fashion sense.
Chris looks confused.
But...
Oh, come on, are you that scared of a little shopping?
You smirk.
No, don't be stupid.
He growls.
I just thought, since owners are supposed to dress up their biddies.
Wait, what?
You bust out laughing.
Chris, you think I'm your owner?
Chris turns bright cherry red.
Well, ain't ya?
No.
You snort.
I'm not your owner, Chris. You don't belong to me, idiot.
You know what? Improv, why don't you take that line there? The one that Icky doesn't want to shout for understandable reasons.
Fuck no. I'm not your owner, Chris. You don't belong to me, idiot.
Excellent choice. Exactly what I sound like.
Golf clap.
Your mirth dies out as you realize Chris is not enjoying this as much as you are. His arms are crossed tight and his head is tucked into his chest, like he's trying to be even smaller than he already is. Almost his entire skull is bright red. He won't look at you. Ah, damn it. Too far. You are being such an accidental asshole today.
Chris?
You say cautiously. He doesn't look at you.
Chris, I'm sorry for laughing at you. That was a dick move. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Chris groans.
Shut it with the mushy crap. Let's just go.
He disappears from the seat and reappears on your shoulder, facing away from you.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Chapter 8, Your Biddy. Chris tries a pretzel. You understand him a little better. Those two aren't related.
A likely story.
Improv, why don't you take this first chapter and then I'll read all the prose between the dialogue coming up. There's a lot of dialogue coming up.
Alright. The mall isn't super crowded today, but there are still a lot of people. You immediately become aware of extra attention from passerby. They must be looking at Chris. You don't blame them, really. If you'd never seen a biddy, you'd be super curious. It doesn't really bother you, but Chris probably hates it. It's hard to tell, though, since he's giving you the silent treatment. Well, time to employ a little bribery in the way of junk food.
Hey, you ever had a pretzel?
You ask your shoulder. Chris doesn't answer.
No,
Insert name here.
I haven't had a pretzel.
You answer in your best imitation of his voice.
Oh, would you like one? Why, yes, I would, thank you. You're very welcome, Chris. You know, I love pretzels. They're one of my favorite foods. I get them a lot in bars because they're the only vegan thing. Well, except if they use butter. And sometimes it comes with a little dish of cheese sauce. Honestly...
Oh my god, would you shut it with the vegan shit?
Chris snaps. You smirk.
So, are you talking to me again?
Good grumbling. Chris grumbles and looks away from you again.
But seriously, though,
You say.
I'm gonna get us pretzels. You'll love them, I promise.
You walk over to the line for Beaner's Wieners. Chris mutters angrily to himself the whole way.
Grumble, 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 grumble,
Good.
grumble.
You'll take that over silence. You're almost to the front of the line when the old lady before you notices Chris for the first time. She gives a small start and mutters, "Goodness me!" You feel your shoulder vibrate as Chris starts to growl.
Stop that.
You whisper, and smack him lightly on the foot. He pulls his leg back and glares daggers at you. Thankfully, the ambient noise seems to have covered up his growling. The cashier calls, "Next!" and the old lady shuffles forward.
No growling at old ladies.
You whisper yell at Chris.
Why do I have to listen to you?
He answers less quietly.
It's not like you're my owner.
How about so we don't get kicked out?
Whatever.
I'm serious. No growling at people.
You're not my owner, so I don't have to listen to you.
Chris shouts, standing in defiance.
Well, how about this?
You say, very much not in a whisper.
Listen to me or you don't get food.
That shuts him up quickly. Too quickly. You crane your neck to look at the biddy on your shoulder. His little body is rigid with tension. Despite being boned, it almost looks like his face is blanched. He looks... scared?
Whoa, Chris. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
He sits down.
I'll be good.
He says quietly. Oh my god, you monster. The hell are you thinking, threatening to withhold food as punishment? You idiot, you should know better than that. His sicko owner probably took away food all the time and did God knows what else to him. Probably hit him all the time and locked him in a tiny cage and tied him up, or... Wait. Oh my god, the car seat! You are such an idiot!
Improv?
Holy shit!
You shout
Thank you.
before catching yourself. You get a few weird looks from the people around you, including Chris.
Chris, I am so sorry.
Next! The cashier calls. You shuffle forward, distractedly. The disaffected youth working the register lifelessly recites the company spiel. Welcome to
I do
Beaner's
this
Wien... Do you want to do this is a disaffected
Yeah.
youth. You want to do the disaffected youth?
Welcome to Beaner's Wieners, home of the best dogs, and you here. What can I get for you today?
Yeah, can I get 2 pretzels, please?
You say, still trying to look at Chris.
What flavor? We have plain, salt, cinnamon, and beaner chip.
What's beaner chip?
It's chocolate chips, but they're like chopped up smaller.
Oh, 2 with salt, please.
The youth walks away from the
Very
register.
good. Have a beanie day.
The youth walks away from the register, presumably to get the pretzels. You turn your neck as far as it will go, barely bringing the biddy on your shoulder into focus.
I am so fucking sorry, Chris.
You whisper. He looks at you with a confused scowl.
What in the hell are you talking about? And why do you keep saying please? Ain't you giving this loser money?
The youth reappears in the window and hands you 2 large, greasy pretzels wrapped in paper.
Anything else?
He says,
Yeah, 2 small fountain drinks, please.
Again with the please shit.
Chris mutters. The youth hands you 2 empty cups.
Will that be all?
Yeah.
He punches a few keys on the register.
Total is $15.47.
You take out your wallet and struggle to get your credit card out without dropping the pretzels. 10 seconds pass and you hear Chris say,
Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll do it.
A red glow surrounds the wallet and the credit card slides out.
Here.
Chris says, floating the card in front of the now thoroughly affected youth.
Whoa.
He says, staring at the glowing credit card. He notices Chris for the first time.
Oh, sick. It's an edgy. I haven't seen one of those yet.
He smacks the other cashier on the shoulder to get his attention.
Hey, Derek, check it out. It's an edgy bitty.
Whoa, really? Derek moves over to the window. He stares, amazed. Dude, that's crazy! Didn't they stop making them?
Take the damn card.
Chris stutters, sweat beading on his brow from the exertion of keeping it suspended in the air.
Oh.
The youth says, and grabs it. Chris sighs with relief as he releases the magic. The youth runs the card and hands it back to you with the receipt. You thank him and stuff it in a random pocket. You grab the 2 empty cups and head to the soda fountain.
Well.
You say while you walk.
Someone feels like showing off today.
Shut up. I couldn't take it anymore watching you fumble around with those fat hands.
I'm going to assume that all human hands seem fat to tiny skeletons and not take that personally.
You look at Chris
No,
and
just your
smile.
fingers specifically. They are fat, like little sausages.
Fat. Thank you, by the way.
Sure, whatever.
He mutters, red lightly coloring his cheeks. You reach the soda fountain and look over a selection of soft drinks.
Well, after a performance like that, you must be thirsty. What do you want?
Chris considers the row of taps.
I don't know what any of these are.
Well, why don't you just pick the one with the label you like best? You can do more than one if you want.
Really? Well then, that one and that one.
He points at the taps and you fill up the cup. In hindsight, maybe you didn't need to fill it all the way to the top. The cup is almost as tall as Chris. It might be a mistake to let someone his size have this much caffeine all at once. Did biddies get affected by caffeine? You'll have to remember to ask that at the store. You fill up your cup and head to the table, grabbing a couple condiment cups full of mustard on the way. Chris hops off your shoulder and lands on the plastic surface with a light thud. You grab a few napkins from the dispenser and spread them out, then set down a pretzel.
Here you go. Bon appetit.
Yeah, bone appetit. Yeah.
You're disgruntled. Yes, you are.
Did you laugh once, Improv?
Yeah,
Okay.
I laughed several times, very
Okay.
sarcastically.
That was bonus laughter.
Okay, good. Discord doesn't pick it up sometimes if you make short noises. Sometimes
I
Discord
heard it,
doesn't
don't
pick it
worry.
up. Yeah. Chris
Schrödinger's
laughs once
laugh.
dispassionately. Aw, man, you thought he'd like that more. Well, hopefully the food will cheer him up. Come on, pretzel, don't fail me now.
You watch Chris rip off a piece of his pretzel and shove it into his mouth, where it disappears to somewhere. His expression changes, scowl replaced with pleasure. His eyes dilate into huge circles as he grabs more pretzel and dunks it in the mustard. As he stuffs himself, you think you can hear him purring again. It's so adorable you can barely stand it. It takes a supreme effort to keep yourself in check and let him eat in peace. There will be a time to tease him about it later when he's in a better mood, and after you've apologized for being such a massive jerk. It only takes Chris a couple minutes to polish off the entire soft pretzel, an impressive feat considering it was the same size as him. He gives a satisfied sigh and lies down on the table, wallowing in satisfaction.
Satiation.
Insatiation. Meanwhile, you've only taken a couple bites. Well, the pretzel seems to have done its job. Chris is in a better mood now. Time to clear the air.
Hey, Chris?
You start carefully. He grunts, lifting his head slightly to look at you over his belly.
I owe you a big apology for earlier. I promise you, as long as you're with me, you're gonna have food, even if you growl at people.
Chris blinks.
Okay.
That's not an invitation to growl at people, mind you. I'm just
Damn
saying
it.
you're not gonna go hungry as a punishment if you do something bad. And I owe you a huge apology for the car seat. I shouldn't have done that to you while you were asleep. I just didn't want to wake you up. And just so you know, the knots I used come undone super easily. All you have to do is pull one of the strings.
Chris sits up and gives you a confused look.
No, I lost the place. Hold on. There we go.
Wait, really? Why? Why are you telling me?
So you know for next time. I should have told you before we left. I'm so sorry.
Chris frowns.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me you tie shitty knots and all I gotta do is to undo them is pull a string?
Yeah.
Chris throws his arms up in the air.
Well, what the fuck are you telling me for, idiot? Now I know how to get out.
Chris, I want you to get out. You're not a damn hostage. You can leave anytime you want. He's so cute. He's so
Sorry.
cute. He's so cute, yes he is.
Yeah.
Don't leave me, Chris. Please.
But please don't, a voice in your mind says. Wow.
What?
A range of expressions quickly flash across Chris's face, eventually settling on a dark scowl.
Oh.
He says simply.
What's that look for? I said you're free. You don't belong to me. I'm not...
Yeah.
He sneers.
You're not my owner. I get it. No one in their right mind wants to own an edgy. Whatever.
Whoa, hold up a minute.
You say, clarity hitting you like a brick.
Chris, I'm not your owner because I don't want you. I do. I know we've been friends only for like 26 hours, but I really like having you around, and I want to make sure you're taken care of.
That's what an owner is.
Chris shouts in frustration.
Make up your mind, woman.
You're about to retort when you realize it's really not important what Chris calls you. Let him think of you as his owner if it will make him happy. Apparently, not being wanted by an owner is a really bad thing to biddies. Oh man, it must have crushed him when you left. Well, now you know how to fix that,
Okay, you know what?
you say, smacking your hands on the table for emphasis and making Chris jump.
Yeah, that's right. I'm your owner. I just decided it.
Oh, you did, huh?
Chris sneers.
Why the sudden change of heart? Hey!
Come here, you.
You say cheerfully as you pick up a very startled Chris and deposit him on your shoulder.
Now stay up there like a good pet. We're off to the biddy store so I can dress you up.
You grab your pretzel and start walking.
Oh no, what have I done?
At least that's how I would talk. That's because I'm not very bright around small things. I can dress you up. Yes, I am.
Would ya
Okay,
go, Billy?
Hey.
Oh, yeah, go, Billy, with it. That's how I talk.
Right.
I think if I had a pet that could talk and actually understand English, I don't think I would baby talk them. But that is 100% how I talk to my dogs.
Ma'am, please do not patronize me.
So please don't patronize me. Yeah.
Oh, like
All
in
right.
Gravity Falls? When they're watching Duck Detective. It's like, well, Duck Detective, looks like you really cracked the case. You're quack. The subtitle says, don't patronize me. That's one of the best shows ever made.
All right. Well, I think that's a good place to call it for today. I'll give a sneak preview of the next video. Oh no, this is the diary. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, that's a good place to end it.
Next time on Little Creatures, Big Insecurities.
Little Creatures, Big Insecurities.
Yeah, it's a hit new show.
The hit new
right after
show,
Ancient
Little
Aliens.
Creatures, Big Insecurities.
Yeah, it's right after Ancient Aliens.
Oh, I want to show, wait, improv. I have a, where is it? Here we go. If you look at the stream, you'll see this is a, that's a GIF that I made.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yes.
That is one of our foster.
little bastard.
Yeah, that's from the chapter where Chris gets pinned by a chihuahua named Smooches. The chihuahua in this image here is actually one of our previous foster dogs, Lilac, and she got adopted. I'd like to point out that in this fic here, no one has really. So the chapters you'll notice say 12 out of 24,601. Can anyone here guess what this number is significant for? Anyone here? Because no one has realized why it's this number. People have commented that I'm going to be writing for a while, but no one has actually gotten the joke
Nope.
of 24601.
Wait, sorry. What thing are you looking at?
Oh, if you look at the stream, you'll see. So I have here in chapters, because I was being cheeky, I said the chapters were going to be 24601 chapters.
Oh, 24601. That's Jean Valjean's prisoner.
Yes! Finally someone got it! Thank you, Improv! Thank you!
Whose prisoner number?
Jean
Valjean
Valjean!
from Les Miserables.
Who am I?
Yeah, I never read it.
24601! Oh, I should say again, sorry. Once again, I forgot. Official wrapping up business. If you enjoyed today, give Improv a tip. I will put links below.
Just the tip, though.
And check out the free demo of Bonely Hearts Club. Improv plays a character in that.